Hi, this is Timothy Groves, President and founder of Time to Move Ministries, and it's time for 2 Minutes with Tim on Tuesdays at 2. I'm here on location at Devil's Den. Those are the rocks that you see behind me. Devil's Den in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Looking at Civil War history, Devil's Den and the 3-day Battle of Gettysburg, that's where the Confederates would hide out with their sharpshooters in the rocks of Devil's Den and start to pick off the Union soldiers as best as they could. And I heard that word Devil's Den while I'm here, and I thought, wow, Devil's Den. And I thought of the scripture that Jesus declared in Matthew 21:13, where he's cleaning up the money changers, and he says this. He said, my house is supposed to be a house of prayer. And I'm paraphrasing. My house is supposed to be a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves. They took the house of God and made it a devil's den. And I think, how often are some of our churches, when they should be a house of God, have become a devil's den, because we allow so much stuff to go on in the house of God that ought not go on in the house of God. Instead of it being a house of prayer, it becomes a house of gossip. Instead of it being a place where people can find Jesus, it becomes a place where they end up finding religion. Instead of it being a place where they can build relationships, they end up finding that people are talking bad about them and criticize them. Folks, I'm telling you, let's not turn the house of God into a house or a den of thieves. We've got to get the devil out of the house of God and start getting the presence of God back in the house of God. So let's make sure that we don't point our finger at everybody else and say, look what they need to do. Look what they need to do. How about if we point that finger at ourselves and say, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to change so that I'm not making the Lord's house a devil's den, but I'm making the Lord's house a house of prayer? Until next week, we'll see ya.